So Coach Prime, Colorado Buffaloes, had their first summer practice on yesterday. Coach Prime shows them young bulls how it's done in workouts. It's one thing for a coach to tell you to do X, Y, and Z, then another one to actually show you. I will be back to the on-field practice. Shout out to Reese People Media.
We go down in the motherfucking Jamaica, man. I'm down here jet ski, chilling, living good, living motherfucking good. Eating good, too, drinking good, too. Jamaica, smoking the bleed right by the beach. To escape the probation, I need a pinch of peaches.
20 seconds. The 20 seconds will be non-stop. All right, once you hear that whistle, that second person got 10 seconds to transition in. All right, 10 seconds to transition in, then you'll hear another whistle. That's for that second person to start. All right. After that person goes for 20 seconds, 10 seconds for that first person to transition back in. All right, everybody good on it? That makes sense. Sure. All right, so first person goes for 20 seconds, 10-second break. All right, then second person goes for 20 seconds, 10-second break. Everybody should get 3 rounds per station. All right, everybody good? 3 rounds per station. Make sure you push yourself on there.
Carter's back, y'all.
This is a great workout for players to become very explosive. I can remember the days when I was actually doing this drill right here to focus on my lower strength, being able to be more explosive. I also love the fact that Travis Hunter is very skilled at doing this, and he's actually filled out as well. He's getting a little bit bigger. Look out.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. There you go. Right head, right chin down there. Box.
This turf is trash.
Can't demand excellence without demonstrating excellence. Can't ask him to do something you ain't willing to do.
Man, he just took the words out of my mouth. I just basically said this just a few minutes ago as far as a coach showing you better than telling you. A lot of times we have these coaches out there, man, that sit there and tell you to do X, Y, and Z, but they can't do it or they don't want to do it. And that is the beauty of having a player's coach. A player's coach usually get out there and do things like that, whether they're working out with you, running routes with you, checking you, doing things as far as on the football field, what players are doing. And I can tell you guys right now, players gravitate to those things very well.
That's how you win. So you gotta start making changes. Whatever change that you need to make, don't be upset with us when we hold you accountable. Don't be upset when your teammate holds you accountable. But again, when we talk about doing the little things and making the changes that you need to make and doing a little bit more, you gotta be real with yourself and lock in with yourself and know what you need to do. Make those sacrifices, man. We got 7 weeks of training. 7 weeks. You don't have a day to waste. No day to waste. We're playing week 0, hands off. You're standing right next to him, help him out. That's what I'm talking about. Don't just let a man do the wrong thing, all right? When we out there running, I know y'all don't know what's messing up the assignment, but somebody being selfish is what's messing up the assignment. We got people, instead of being ready to go when I say set, so they can be here when I say set, snap down, whichever way it is, set, snap down. We got guys that's like this. They being selfish, they take their time. They think somebody not paying attention. I say set, they take off whenever they want. And the whole group, it costs the whole group, it costs the whole team. That's what penalties are, that's what this game is made of. That's what we're talking about when we talk about discipline. Everybody good on that? Yes, sir. All right, so again, make sure you're doing the little things. Eat, sleep, hydrate, take care of yourself, take care of your brother. Bring it in. Good work, good work, good work.
Wow, 7 weeks of training is not a lot of time. That's going to fly by very fast when you think about it. These guys really don't have a lot of time to really come in and make a very good impression because you only have a certain limit of time as far as camp. And I can tell you guys right now, that is very important. He also correct as far as the attention to details. It's the small things that matter. The small things can really cost you football games. Speaking of small things, that is what really hurt Coach Prime Colorado Buffaloes, being up 29-0 at the half against a team that you know you better than, then blowing it in the second half, committing silly penalties, holding, not being able to stop the slant route every single game. Those are the little small things that really matter. It's the attention to details, and I'm glad that Coach Mo is actually trying to put that in their minds during this practice, because if you can't practice good habits when you get in the game, you're going to practice bad habits.
Just look around this room. You're accountable to yourself, and you're accountable to everybody in this room. So when you go out there each and every day, it's not always about you, it's about that person next to you. And it's about being accountable to your teammate, to your coaches, to yourself, which is really important. You have to be accountable, and you got to be accountable for this program. So commitment. Winning stems from commitment, and commitment begins with attitude. Everything in life's about attitude. How you embrace the challenges ahead, how you commit to each other in this room, how you commit to what the coaches are asking you to do each and every day. It's going to define who we are when we get to December. And it starts today. You need to commit yourself to reach a goal, and then commit and be accountable to you and your teammates. Really important. Everybody in this room should have each other's back all the time. You should be loyal to each other. You should care about each other. And you're going to build that over this summer. So finally, discipline. Tie discipline to commitment, and it becomes an irreversible decision that you will do today what most people won't, so you can have tomorrow what most people can't. Think about that. It's the work that you put in now that's going to define who you are later. Bill McCartney was a coach here, and you'll see this around the building. And his deal was, greatness is realized through the discipline of attending to the details. And it's all about the details. It's all about what work you're putting in, how well you know your subject. It's doing what the coaches ask you to do when they're talking about a different scheme. It's about what your job is on each play. If you're to run a 12-yard out, don't run 10 yards, run 12 yards. If you've got the edge and that's your responsibility, that's your job, do your job. It's about discipline, but it's about doing it now, because when you learn the trade as you're going through, when it gets really tough, and it's going to get tough at different times, you've got to rely on your reflexes. And you probably heard this quote, but I'm going to say it again, because as I was looking through some things to talk to you about, this quote struck me. And it's Joe Frazier, who's one of the great boxers of all times. And he says, you can map a fight plan, but when the action starts, it may not go the way you planned, and you're down to your reflexes, which is your training. That's where your road work shows. If you cheated on that in the dark of the morning, you're getting found out now under the bright lights. And man, you're going to be under the bright lights all year. It's going to be packed every place you go because they want to see you when we go on the road. They want to know, they want to see you lose when you go on the road. But lose isn't part of our DNA. So men, it's showtime. I mean, y'all came here for a reason, right? Y'all came here to win a championship, right?
Yes.
And it takes everybody in this room to do that. All the trainers, all the strength and conditioning staff, the academic support staff, everybody in this room, our nutrition. We're going to treat you great, and we're going to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. So when we get to 12, 7, 24, we're going to win, we're going to dominate, we're going to do it with discipline and commitment and care for each other, and then the rest of it is going to be history. So men, have a great summer. Work your ass off because you're going to need to do that to be ready because everybody's pointing at you. Everybody circled you on their calendar, on their schedule. So let's be ready for it. Let's work hard. Let's get after it. And have a great summer.
My final thoughts is a very good video. I agree with Rick George 100%. He's absolutely correct. At the end of the day, you have to be very accountable with each other. You have to bust your ass if you really want to be successful. And you have to win football games, which is the most important part of this whole situation, is winning football games. If you don't like the hate, if you don't like the doubt, you don't like the envy, you hear all these reporters, analysts, everybody, I mean, even interviews that I've done as far as with Gavin Cull, and you hear Gavin Cull saying certain things and you don't like it. Listen, win football games. That's how you cure hate. That's how you cure jealousy and all of those things. At the end of the day, in my personal opinion, I agree with these people 100%. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, no one dictates this football season other than those that in the locker room with each other, man. I would love to be in their shoes right now, having that opportunity with everything stacked against me. Everybody want to see me fail. He's absolutely correct as far as every single team have Colorado circled. Everybody is talking about Colorado, from every YouTuber, every analyst, regardless whether it's good or bad. Every single person is talking about Colorado. And if you think people that have them on their schedule don't have it circled, if it's not their playoff game, think again. They're going to have to come with it every single game. There's no such thing as a day off or a game off. If you think about other teams out there, whether it's Florida, TCU, they can just go through the motion against some teams that you know you're going to beat. But Colorado can't do that because every single body wants to beat Colorado. So Colorado have to be ready for the smoke every single week. Shout out to Reach the People Media. You have a lot more in this video for you guys to check out. I will have a link to this video and his channel in the description. Drop a comment, let me know how you guys feel. We will have some interviews coming up after 7 weeks because I'm going to give these guys time to focus and all of those things. I have a lot of interviews lined up, but I want to react to some football, man. I'm very excited it's finally back as far as within these 7 weeks of camp. And if you guys like the video, definitely subscribe to the channel. Peace.